Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka.
Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a fake laugh.
It's real.
Alright, Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel's venturing off away from their cinematic universe and sequels. They're taking on new characters that a lot of people don't know about in the Guardians of the Galaxy. So they cast Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, which caught a lot of people off guard. They're like, but he's a comedian, and this is a Marvel movie, it's supposed to be all about action, but they took a totally different approach to this movie. This isn't like Thor, Iron Man, those movies are funny, but this movie is hilarious.
Yeah, this movie has a lot of comedy in it, and it's kind of interesting, actually, something you see, it's kind of a new flavor from Marvel, and it does a good job. I think Chris Pratt, he is very, very funny in this movie, and it does a good job of rubbing off on the other characters, and I think, you're going to have plenty of laughs in this movie, but it's still got a pretty decent plot as well, and yeah.
Yeah, you have Ronan, the villain, who a lot of people have a problem with. Him and Batista, who plays Drax the Destroyer. I really like Batista's Drax. I thought his timing was good. He's a wrestler turned actor, so he's not a perfect fit, but, he was pretty... I laughed at a lot of his jokes. He had good timing. But the whole cast overall, you had Vin Diesel voicing Groot.
Which isn't much,
doesn't say much, but he has his moments there with some comedy. And then Zoe Saldana plays Gamora. Bradley Cooper steals the show with his voiceover of Rocket, which was... Everyone knew, you could tell from the trailers, this guy's going to steal some scenes, but he really could have ruined the movie if he wasn't funny, or you didn't buy him as a character, but he didn't look CGI at all. He looked real and authentic, and I really liked his character.
Yeah, Rocket was kind of one of those characters that you could kind of relate to, because he was very, very, very funny and entertaining to the audience, while still being kind of a pretty vital character in the story, and shoot him up. He was really good at that.
Yeah, the plot of the movie is pretty, it's generic, really. It's just there's an object that's, in most superheroes, there's an object that everybody wants, so Ronan and his crew are going to go after it. Guardians of the Galaxy team up to go after it, and you have your story from there. But the movie does such a good job. The real point of the movie is to introduce you to all these characters and get used to who they are and how they came together, and I thought it did a great job of that. So, yeah. Generic plot, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah, see, that was going to be my gripe that I was going to say. The plot is very generic. The villain, Ronan, he's kind of generic as well.
He's just a bad guy.
I think overall that was kind of the part that messed up. But the comedy does a good job of helping that. And overall, it's done well, so at least it's a good, story and everything. But again, that was the weak part of the movie. Don't come expecting some amazing story. This is kind of your generic... simple plot that I think was a little bit too easy to follow at times. You could predict some things, and that's the part that I didn't like. And Ronan as a villain, he's been getting kind of some criticism already because of that, and it kind of says true when I saw the movie.
Yeah, Ronan didn't have a lot to do in the movie just because of the plot. It was just so simple, and I thought the thing that could have helped Ronan, he really didn't have any funny scenes. I thought everyone else had comedy-oriented, and if they'd given him some comedy, I thought it would have tied in a lot better with the rest of the movie, but he was just serious and dark the whole time. So he was a weak part for me, but overall, again, the plot, while generic, they wanted it to be easy to watch, because the goal is just to get you on board with these characters and want to see more movies, which this movie made me do. I want to see the next one, and I want to know more about these characters.
I totally agree. I think it's a good movie. I think you should see it. Again, it's a new flavor. It's probably not going to be my favorite Marvel movie, but hey, it's still something new. It's something that we've never seen, which is good, I think, to get a little bit of change and see what else Marvel can do. They do a good job, and actually, this was interesting to see some new characters that I'd never seen before. We know the Iron Mans, the Captain Americas, the Thors. We know those people, but this is something new that, I'm not a real big comic reader, but reading or seeing this on screen was very interesting, and it did provide a pretty decent story.
Yeah, these are not the Iron Mans, and then these are totally different. I hadn't even heard of them until I saw the trailer. Even when I saw the trailer, I thought this was going to be goofy, but boy was I wrong. I even laughed at the first trailer when I saw it at first. I was like, really, Marvel? That's Marvel? But I totally take it back. This movie was funny. The weirdest moments they choose to throw in comedy, and usually you look at it and say that's going to be really stupid, but it works. The jokes are funny. They make you laugh. So overall, a great job by Marvel. I like that they're venturing out of the safety zone with Iron Man and all of them and trying something new, so I'm on board for sequels.
I agree. So I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a solid 8.25 out of 10. I think it's a good movie. Again, you should see it. That's not my favorite Marvel movie, as I said before, but it's a good movie. You're going to get plenty of laughs and a good, there really isn't much to gripe about in this movie.
The only thing I had a problem with was the plot, but still, I still enjoyed it. So it's not going to take away too much of my enjoyment of the movie, just the plot and Ronan. But overall, I really like the movie. A lot of people are trying to compare it to the Avengers. I don't think you can go there yet. I mean, it's funnier, but it's not a good enough overall movie to compare with it. So I'm going to give it a really high score because I love this new feel. It's so fresh to see Marvel going out here. Can't get it up to ape standards, but I'm going to go 9.1 out of 10. Wow. I really like the movie. Again, if the plot had just had a little more zap to it, gotten a little more intense there, I would have really liked it. But overall, it was funny, entertaining, and I love the new cast of characters.
Yeah. Alright, so guys, stay tuned for more. We're going to come with plenty more reviews for you.
We got lots of stuff coming at you. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out on Friday. I got another Blu-ray review for The Amazing Spider-Man 2's coming out, so I'll definitely be picking that up and reviewing it. We'll just have a lot of crazy stuff coming at you, so thank you guys for watching. Click the like button for more J&J Reviews.